explain to you tonight.
See me?
There, our Rara girl is right behind. Yeah, you're Rara girl. I guess they're very excited. So what we're going to be doing is lo shu fen. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is silver needle noodle.
Noodle.
Yes, or Mee Tai Mak. Are you ready, Oliver?
Ready, Dada?
Are you ready, Kira?
Are you ready, Kira?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Let's heat up
our pan.
our pan.
So I'm using chicken because
So I'm using chicken because
we have you know,
we have
people in the household that
people
don't
in the
really eat pork.
household, and this our sister Kira.
Okay, let's put the prawns in. Give this a nice golden brown. You don't have to cook it all the way through. How are your prawns looking, Oli?
Good.
Okay, I'm gonna just call this done and dish all of this out. We're gonna add some pork lard oil just to give everything a nice flavor to the dish. So we're gonna fry our spring onions, garlics and shallots in here. Okay, next put in the protein. So as I mentioned earlier, I've got minced chicken here. So I've gone ahead and actually seasoned it beforehand and placed this in the fridge for a couple of hours. So by now you're all familiar with my trusty masher. I'm just gonna go ahead and mash this up. You want to get your protein nicely minced. Okay, so the protein is looking nicely cooked. So next what we're going to do is add in our mushrooms. Push the protein to the side. So add a touch of salt to draw some water out. Mix that all together. Then add in sliced fish cake. I've got some cabbage here as well. It's really up to you what kind of veg you want to use or what your family prefers or your kids prefer. So I'm just going to add in some whites of the cabbage in first because those take a while longer to cook. We're going to add in our star of the show, which is your lo shu fen. So I actually went to soak this beforehand. So soak it for about either 3 minutes, or you can even blanch it for like 1.5 to 2 minutes because that will sort of separate everything and also remove the oil from it. And make sure your noodles come into contact with the bottom of the pan. Okay, once that's done, next we're going to add in our seasoning. So the seasoning is pretty simple. It's just oyster sauce, soy sauce, sesame oil, some white pepper in here, and sugar to balance things out, and dark soy sauce, yes. Make sure that every strand of your noodles gets coated in this beautiful sauce. Oh! I forgot to add bean sprouts. It was sitting right there. So again, for those of you who do not like bean sprouts, you can leave this out. Lastly, we're going to add in some chicken stock in here, and at the same time you can add in your leafy parts of the cabbage in there as well. The chicken stock is going to add another depth in terms of flavor, and more importantly it's going to give it a little bit more of this sumptuousness to the dish. To be honest, earlier the dry version of it is great as well, but I prefer if it was slightly more wet. So I'm going to cover this for just about 2 minutes, and while that's going on, so I want to serve this in a clay pot. So you most definitely can serve this out of your pan or just dish it out on the plates, that's fine. But from what I've seen, usually it's served in a clay pot and finish off by cracking an egg or two over the noodles. First thing you want to do is heat up your clay pot and be sure to oil your base before adding the noodles in. Okay, fill it to as much as you like. Create a little crater in the middle, and we're going to crack in some eggs. Sprinkle some spring onions on the top of this, and if you have fried shallots before this, now would be a good time to add it in. Fortunately, I didn't have any at hand. So the prawns that we started with very early on, let's go ahead and add that in too. I'm gonna give this a try. If tomorrow was the end of the world, this dish is going to be what I'm going to have. It's really comforting. Reminds you of perhaps some of the dishes you had during your childhood. The minced meat is seasoned, and the cabbage adds a nice crunch to it. Okay, I told myself I wasn't going to have much, but I think there goes my diet. Ollie, do you want to say goodbye?
Yeah.
And see you on the next episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye bye.
And see you on the next episode. Okay, what Ollie was trying to say is have a great day and see you on the next episode. Bye!